CFB. Welcome to karaoke hour, guys. That was us doing karaoke. This is an entire hour of amateurs singing songs that you love in horrible and pretentious ways. We hope you enjoy it.
I am so sorry to Six Piece None the Wiser who sang that song, because I love the song Kiss Me.
Well, welcome back, everybody. I'm
Hello.
Scott.
And I'm Steven.
And we are B is for Bad Movie Reviews. Yay!
Yes.
Woohoo! We are with you with another movie. What was our last week's movie? You had a list up, you always say.
I do have
God, he has it up, but he doesn't have it on the
Samurai
right fucking movie. God damn it.
I was on my notes tab. I switched over to the tab with the list.
Yeah, you need to be ready as soon as I say what was our fucking movie, asshole.
No, you're right. It was Samurai Cop. And
yeah, Samurai Cop was an interesting journey for us, I feel like.
It's a bad but good. It's enjoyably bad.
Yeah, it's strangely good because the women are really pretty and there's a lot of boobs, but it's really bad because there's really no sword fighting. That's it. And there's no original song. If they had, what was the original song from that other 80s like weird
Miami
movie?
Connection?
Yeah, what was the
Friends? Friends Together or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Honesty, loyalty, friends together through thick or thin.
Yeah, that's right. You need that original song. If you don't have that, you have nothing.
I mean, I agree. I wish all movies, especially all B movies, came with their own like ridiculous song. It would be so much better.
You think of like Scarface. You know, they wrote "Push It to the Limit" for fucking Scarface, which does not sound like a Scarface. Yeah, they wrote that song for Scarface.
Like Salt and Pepper.
No. Push it to the limit.
Oh, okay, okay.
Along the razor's edge.
Not push.
No, yeah, push it to the limit.
Push it to the
they
limit.
Wrote that song,
okay.
and that doesn't really sound like a Scarface song. It doesn't seem like it belongs there. But it is fucking perfect in that movie.
It feels more like Rocky.
It does, but it's perfect. When that song comes up, you're like, oh my god, this is push it to the limit as we're.
I mean, it is good.
Sorting our cash and doing our cocaine shit. Yeah.
You know, that's a movie I didn't know was a remake for the longest time.
Is it a remake? Is it a 1950s?
Yeah, there's like a. Yeah, I think it was 1950s was the original.
Yeah, I could see it
being. Like
I could see it being a 1950s movie.
Both of them, well worth the watch. They're
nice.
Both good in their own ways. I do think I like the new one a little bit better just because it's a little crazier. Yeah, and that much cocaine, you need a little bit more crazy.
And you can, back in the day, remember when they first did? I know we're getting on a tangent here, guys, but remember when they first did the whole the married couple thing, and they had to be in separate beds, and you couldn't allude to them having a sex life, even though everybody fucking does that. Like the 50s were a really weird time for shows and movies because you didn't get that. You didn't get the nuance of relationships because they really just painted them as like either they're fighting or they're happy, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, a lot of things kind of double down and like make relationships just seem like they're either work or they're not. Like, but there's no nuance in there.
The point in that statement is, in the 50s, you're not going to get the crazy shit that happened in the 80s because the 80s really went AWOL with what they allowed to see happen in movies, okay?
Yes.
You could watch full fucking rape scene in a goddamn movie in the 80s. You couldn't even watch someone take their shoes off in the 50s. So it is very different. So I bet the version of Scarface is far better.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think they still really captured the story really well.
Yeah.
And it's a fun watch watching the original, but the new one was so good.
Who plays Scarface? Who plays the main guy? I don't remember. Famous actor. Al Pacino, yeah. Al Pacino. Yeah. God damn it, I could not remember his name. Love
Tony
Al Pacino.
Montana.
Tony Montana. Say hello to my little friend. I'm reloading. All right, well, we'll get into this week's movie. We are doing a 1955 classic.
Yeah. Throwing some old school here and there. You got to throw it out there.
Yeah.
It's the B movie. It's where it came from. This is the original B movies.
I would say so too. I think it started in like the 40s, 50s, and then like evolved.
Yeah. I definitely think so.
Although
I think
this technically wouldn't be a B movie when it was made, right?
I am not sure, actually.
That's a shit ton of money in 1955, I feel like. We'll talk about the budget here in a second, but that is a shit. I mean, that's a ton of money in the 70s. I can't even imagine the 50s.
I will look that up while we're talking.
All right, we are doing It Came From Beneath the Sea, which originally I said it came from
below.
The deep. Oh, below.
That's a different movie though. There's
Steven thought I watched the wrong movie, and I'm like, oh, is that a different? I just thought they were all the fucking same. So
yes.
This movie, 1955, its budget was $150,000 in 1955, which is fucking, I feel like is an outrageous amount of money in 1955. That's got to be like $10 million in 1955 money. It's got to.
I mean, possibly. It's very possible.
It's got to be. He's still looking it up. I'm trying to distract you as he's looking it up.
Yes. Yeah. It seems like large studio productions cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to a few $1 million in the 50s.
Yeah.
So it varied from studio to studio, but upwards of few millions of dollars still. So this is still pretty low budget. 150,000 when you would get
sorry, I'm not saying like in comparison. I was just saying it seems like a lot of money in the 1950s.
Oh, I mean, it still is a lot of money in the 1950s, but it is still technically B movie because it is still low budget even for the time.
Yeah, true. All right, well, let's just jump right into this. Yeah. This movie, I don't know. This is a weird movie. This goes in some weird. Steven and I were talking about it beforehand. He made a good point. Like, I think it's a little rapey, and I only say that this guy is like really. And I get it. There's some mutual attraction between these two characters, a woman and a man, and they made this guy like. And this was the quintessential fucking 50s thing. Any military man was like the most attractive dude in the world.
Yeah, especially leaders. Like, yeah.
It like no one looks that good. If they're in the military, they probably look like garbage because they're fucking stressed out.
There's some good-looking dudes in the military. I'm not gonna say there's not any.
But that high up, I'm like, your stress is gonna kill you. You're fucking like seeing pictures of like Dwight Eisenhower at his best, and you're like, oh my god, he looks like garbage, and he was the fucking amazing military dude. And like, or I can't remember his fucking
Some
name.
people handle stress better than others, though. Like, some people still are going to look good even in stressful situations. I'm always going to be looking great no matter how stressed. I mean, I've had a chaotic fucking life, and I'm still this beautiful, so.
Yeah, that's not a good example. So there's this, like, weird tension between these two characters, and the guy is, like, really shitty about it. He's like, how dare a woman talk back to me? And then they're like, hey, but women have evolved. Have they, though? Like,
he's not that bad.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I will give Scott a little bit of credit here. It is a little bit aggressive. It is a little bit.
They had to explain to him what the modern woman is.
He's also someone who he sees a woman once every fucking 18 months.
I think it's once every 18 years at that point. What it feels like.
Well, they dock up for land not too long. They usually don't spend years. Like I think 18 months is typically like a longer stint.
I know. But I was joking based on how fucking dumb this guy is.
But it's also back in the time where like that's just kind of the norm. Like men kind of just were above women and treated that so much so. Like,
and Steven put it into perspective for me very well. He compared it to, was it okay what happened to Adrian and Rocky? And I said, you know what? Yes, you are right. That was also not okay, and I do love Rocky. So
yes, you are one of the biggest Rocky defenders. Not that I don't like Rocky, like, but Rocky's I mean the later movies
franchise. They get way more loving. I feel.
Oh yeah, 100%. But that first one, he was a little rapey. Like it was a little bit. Like
you say a little.
Okay, that's why I'm saying a lot.
He trapped her in an apartment.
Yeah. He was like guys telling Scott, like, at least this guy, when he kisses her, he doesn't tell her he's going to. He kisses her, but
he just does
her back's against a wall.
It's true, but the way he does it, he goes, God, it's just so weird. He goes, you're not going to like this next part, which was a really weird thing to say.
Well, like, I think it's because they were already talking about, like, her not sticking around,
like,
or her possibly
in the context,
sticking around.
It works. It's still fucking weird. It's just like...
I was also talking to Scott.
My dick out in front of my wife and say you're not gonna like this next part, we're gonna have
that's a way different story. That's a way different story. You're preemptively being extra creepy.
I know.
Whipping your dick out already puts it on a level way above anything this movie goes to.
When I watched that part, I'm like, this is the only thing I can focus on now. What did he just say? He probably didn't say those exact words, but it was very alluding. I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, it's very alluding.
And I was just laughing because I'm like, what kind of movie are you watching over there? Like, I'm sitting here like, this is kind of charming. It's really fun. My wife even watched this with me on my second viewing of it. And the entire time she's
never met Jen, but she's a fucking weirdo.
She's the female version of me. Like the female equivalent of me, just way smarter.
I was joking, and you're like, no, she is fucking weird. She is.
We both are. Like, that's not a fucking story.
Yeah, and I mean, like, and I get it. I get what you're saying. This is back then. It's probably really charming. Like, some housewife back then probably was like, oh, I wish a guy would do that for me.
Well, I just thought,
oh my God, what the hell are you doing with your life?
I thought it was really funny because I watched this with her on my second viewing, like I said, and while she's watching it, she's like, man, I just really love the old flirtation of the 50s. I just love the way it was, like, coy and the way they talked and the way it was so just, like, elegant and, like, kind of weird.
Said a dick pic and then someone responds with a peach and you're fine.
And then you say all this, but then also it kind of reminded me of How I Met Your Mother. They talk about the Doppler versus Dahmer effects.
Yeah.
Because if the Doppler effect was the guy from Say Anything holding the boombox up in the rain outside her house, and everyone thinks it's one of the most romantic scenes of all time.
Which it's not.
But, like, Jeffrey Dahmer, he's very attractive and did weird shit, but he fucking killed people. And so there's that thing. It's like, are you a Doppler or a Dahmer? It all depends on how the girl sees you. If she sees you as creepy, it's instantly, that's the creepiest shit you could have done. If she sees you as loving and enduring, that was the most romantic thing you could have done.
Mm-hmm.
And it really does.
Tell that this couple would get divorced in 3 years if they got married today. That's for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, they probably got divorced back then, and unless they didn't believe in divorce.
In the 50s, they were very, like, it's embarrassing.
Against divorce. But
they're more like,
I don't see this couple actually working out.
No,
I thought they were just going to, like, bang and then be done.
We're focusing super hard on the couple, but it's also the 50s. They don't do that in the 50s, or at least they hide it well.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I envisioned while it would happen, especially more in modern times. They would just probably just, like, there's a lot of sexual tension in the air. We've been locked in a room for 2 weeks together. Yeah. Let's just go bang real quick.
Yeah. And this is one of I know we're focusing hard, but honestly, the first half of this movie is the slowest shit you've ever watched in your life. And this is all that really happened. They were talking about the creature. Like, it is really a lot of setup. They're talking about the creature throughout most of the beginning of the movie, without, like, directly mentioning it. And then, like, you see them a lot in the lab performing tests on random octopuses or on random shit, or like coming up with theories about how it was made. And I'm like, is this really what they did back then for movies? Was just, like, put a lot of like supposition before anything happens and say, let's go.
A lot of these older movies would take scenarios and then they would actually, like, get with military leaders and stuff, and they would talk to them about, like, what would you do in this scenario? And then they would literally just make a movie that's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That and the exact timelines and shit. Like, they try to do it precisely to kind of how they would react in these situations, which is really fucking cool. I honestly think that's, like, one of my favorite
how we'd
parts
react
of these
and what would the result would be. We definitely blow up the octopus. It's fine. No questions asked. We win this war.
You need to have a plan to how you're going to blow up the octopus and how you're going to get it.
But you know what I mean? Like, that's always the end result of these movies. I think in the 50s it was very, like, let's make the military look good.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like,
anytime they they'd fight space aliens with far more advanced tech, and then they'd be like, no, we won. We threw a missile at it.
I mean, we were even talking about Top Gun earlier. It does the same thing. The Navy even gave a bunch of money and gave a lot of their equipment over and taught people how to fly these jets so that they can make it more authentic to show how cool the Navy can be. If you're the top 1%.
And I think back then too, and I get it. I get why they did this whole explaining thing. I'm not saying people were dumb, but they had less access to information than we have today.
Yes, exactly.
So, like, in schools,
more exposition's needed back then.
Yeah, because in schools they would really hide things. Like, certain schools were so religious that they wouldn't even tell you that, I don't know, like a octopus could grow that big, because that would That would almost be like, well, that's evolution.
God.
Yeah. Yeah. How dare you say science can make something big? That's stupid.
Well, and there's still a lot of scientific discoveries being made
around these times. So. I get what they're doing here. I really do. So if I was watching it then, I'd probably like it because I'd get to learn all this shit. But we already know it. So it's like, well, yeah, radiation can cause some experimental growth.
And that's something I will say about a lot of these older movies, that you kind of have to give it you kind of have to look at it in the perspective of the time it came from. Like, you can't always compare it to now, because obviously today this movie's jack shit. This movie's garbage. Like,
it is really
it is nothing. There's nothing good about this movie in any way, shape, or form if you're comparing it to today's movies.
With that being said, let's talk about some good things in this movie.
Yes. I do like the initial setup of the octopus attacking the submarine without us knowing what it is.
Yeah.
This beginning scene is fucking cool.
They didn't really show the creature either in this beginning scene. They just
they showed the sonar image, kind of like a really shady sonar image, and they can't even tell what it is. And this is something that I think is really cool, because they do a really good job of tell not show here, which is awesome for especially the 50s. But they actually used a real submarine to film for parts of this movie, which,
and we talked about the big budget. Awesome. I wonder if that was like 90% of their budget was renting out that sub.
But also, sometimes a lot of times the military, for extra propaganda or like to make them look good, they would give stuff cheaper or give stuff free or give them tax break. Yeah, like there's incentives for a lot of these things. Like, you make us look good and you promote us, then we'll give you extra shit.
Now it's like, no, give us $5 million and you can have it for 3 minutes.
Sometimes. I actually kind of wonder how much like money they had to give to the Navy, or if the Navy just gave them that stuff, because the Navy also helped fund Top Gun. So like, that's the other thing too. Like, in some instances, these companies or like the militaries would actually give money to these to put this stuff in their movies. They almost do it like an advertisement, like product placement. Like, if I gave you $3 million, put Gatorade logo in there somewhere.
Put my submarine, and also put like a guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Show how harsh the military could be, but in a nice way.
Yes, exactly. You know, they got to be disciplined, and you won't like it here, fun. But
well, show them with the sangria in one scene, and it'll be fine.
Show them listen to Hawaiian music and just playing cards in the bunkers.
Yeah, the whole scene where they're like on leave. Were they in Hawaii to start? Is that what they were doing? Because they were playing like some weird fucking, what is that instrument? Like, it's on the board with the strings and you play it with like a pluck. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember what it's called, but
you know what I'm talking about. It's like it's on like a board, plank board or something like that. Yeah. Like, it seemed like that was playing throughout the entire movie. I'm like, what, did they just get stock music and put it in here? Is that what they did?
I wouldn't doubt it, to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, why not? But I was just like, what is this horse shit music? Give me something good.
Well, and honestly, if you're going to cut anything budget-wise, cutting music is such a thing that saves you so much money.
Well, and back in the day, it was so much smarter to cut music because people didn't listen to as much music as we listen to now.
Yeah, it was more about the dialogue in movies back then, because there was movies that only had dialogue or only had music for a long time, even.
And fuck it, I guess I forgot about this. Rock stars would make their own movies about their own songs.
Yeah.
Remember, Elvis Presley made Jailhouse Rock.
True.
And they'd probably just have all his songs in that.
Yeah, fair.
Even the Beatles made didn't they make a movie?
Yellow Submarine.
Yeah, so there you go.
And they have the Across the Universe movie that's about the Beatles, and Yesterday's about the Beatles.
But those are later. I'm saying, like, at this point in time, they got bands just reserve their own music for their own movies. That way they can sell their music easier.
Oh, probably. Yeah,
so
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's probably why they didn't have any popular music in the fucking Benny Siskey movie.
Yeah.
We're speculating, but this would make sense.
Yeah. But yeah. So we do find out that after all the research and all this shit, that it was because of the H-bomb that this thing radiated and grew way bigger than it was supposed to, and because there's
and it killed biological all of its food.
Well, it killed some of its food, but actually the biggest thing they said was they put most fish have like an internal Geiger counter. And they can sense it coming near them, so they actually run away from it.
God, so he can't. Fucking science.
I know. They put so much. They put as much science as they could in this, which honestly, like a lot of it sounds really fun and cool.
Pieces of shit, and they just build cities that octopuses get destroyed.
So basically, because none of the fish would go near it anymore, and they can always sense it coming, it can't feed off of fish anymore, so it has to feed off of people.
Yeah, yeah. Then it's like, this first scene is weird. So this must be the experimental scene where, they don't show it and it doesn't attack the sub, which must mean like it's still trying to get its normal food, I'm guessing. Right? That would make sense, because otherwise it would attack the sub, I feel like.
Well, it did attack the sub. Like when I grabbed it? Yeah. It had it grabbed at the beginning of the movie. That's why they got a chunk of it.
I forgot that it attacked the sub.
Yeah. Yeah, because in that first scene, they are getting chased by it, and they're trying to outrun it, and they even try to do different maneuvers, like going up to the surface, then going back down, and then they end up getting stuck.
All right, lazily to the right.
They use some charged explosive near it, and it blows part of its tentacle off, but it was still stuck to the submarine. So when they get back to the base, that's what they examine, was this giant chunk. And it looked like it was in a box that was like 4 feet wide. So they're like, what the fuck is this?
That, like, for some reason, my mind went to, they found that on the ocean floor.
No. It was still stuck to the ship. Yeah.
That's right. So later in the movie, it like grabs an entire ship and causes it to sink, which I thought was really funny. It's just like
the scenes of the octopus actually grabbing.
But how does it know that people are on the ship? That's what I wanted. Does it have an internal Geiger counter for humans?
It just sees something moving and it's not running away from it.
Must be food.
Yeah, like it's just going. If you're that starving and you just see something moving, you'll probably go fucking apeshit for it. Like if all of your food
sources, it gets the taste of human blood and says, "Oh,
exactly, this is delicious.
I must find San Francisco."
I've never had chicken before, but I imagine this is what it tastes like.
Yeah, just so weird. They do a lot of examining of this one octopus part, and they do like it gets a little bit crazy. They're like, no, radiation caused it to grow. Also did all this stuff. Also did this. Also did that. Oh, and we'll come back tomorrow and do more talk. And then like, it gets weirder because they allude this whole thing while this is happening. It seems like a catastrophe that something could grow this big. And then they're like, no, but we're leaving tomorrow. Weren't they leaving for Hawaii? Was that what it was?
No. So
New Zealand, I think.
They're in Hawaii now. She was leaving for Cairo, or he was leaving for Cairo.
And they were leaving together, the professor and the girl.
Because they were both doing a comparison paper against each other because they both have competing theories.
Yeah.
So they're going to go research it together, and whoever is right, the other one has to do a retraction article.
So what's funny is I heard that scene, and I'm like, oh, what's going to happen for the person who's wrong?
They don't actually have any like relationship. They have this like weird relationship where they almost feel like they're flirty, but he kind of feels like an older brother. So.
He's probably he wasn't that old.
A respected colleague, because even the way she talks about him, she's like, I love his brain. Like he's an insanely amazing person. Like I love working with him. I love being around him.
Like a red flag in my book. If you're like flirting with someone, says no, I don't love him. I just love everything about him. Like that's a giant red flag. You're not going to go for that girl, are you?
I mean, I'm not, because I see the red flag at that, but
back in the day,
which maybe, I feel like either of those men could have had a relationship with her if they just went for it.
Yeah, for sure.
And one did go for it a little aggressively, and he won.
A little. I wonder if that was like a thing back in the day too. I'm very curious about the 1950s and how they like acted with each other.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if like saying like, no, I don't love him, I love his brain, if that was like a good way of saying like, no, he's just a friend.
Possibly. And I mean,
doesn't that make sense?
It does, because it even sounds nicer, because it's not saying like, it's not that I don't like him, it's just like I really just appreciate like what he brings to the table, like how
I like dating
he
really
is.
fucking dumb people. That way,
some people do,
person
dude.
In the room.
That's what it is for some people, and I could not be with a dumb person. That would bother the fuck out of me.
It'd be really funny if you're like a smart guy and you're like, "Come on, dear, don't forget your crayons." Just
God. But who doesn't love coloring?
That's how we know who the smart one in your relationship is, Steven.
Oh fuck. We already knew. She's got 2 master's degrees.
So this, I don't know. So the slowness of this movie makes it hard to watch for me in certain parts.
Fair.
Like I got really bored in the beginning of this, and then it ramps up like super duper quick.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the boat gets pulled under, that's really when it's like, okay, we're gonna start this slow ramp up, and then we're gonna fucking get in there.
Which,
like,
I gotta say, everything we see with the octopus itself is fucking cool. Which actually, it's been named the Sixtopus because they actually only had 6 tentacles made for the stop motion to save money for it.
You know what else is that called?
What?
A squid, fucker.
Hey, you know what? It's called an octopus. They call it an octopus.
We were having an argument earlier because I was like, it should have probably been a giant squid since there are giant squids already. And he's like,
trying to make it more scientifically accurate.
They wanted the octopus, but they only had 6 tentacles. I mean, it just makes sense to still call it an octopus, even though it only had 6 tentacles.
Well, they only had 6 tentacles, but they always kept 2 hidden that way.
Yeah. They're like, no, the other 2 are at the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly.
Get it? It's touching the floor like the bottom of the ocean.
And you can never see all the tentacles all at once, except for at the very end of the movie when they pull it underwater and they shoot it with the nuke. That's the only time you actually see.
Shoot it with,
or an atomic bomb.
Like,
I can't.
I'm like, did they really just nuke off the fucking coast of San Francisco? Is that really what they just did? I think
they evacuated it.
I guess. I was just like,
hey man, you got a giant fucking thing that big. You got to do whatever the fuck it takes. Like we saw what happened when Godzilla or the kaijus in Pacific Rim, if they have free roam to do what they do, you know how much destruction that causes.
They're fine.
You know,
they're just hanging out.
The octopus was done in stop motion, which I absolutely love the stop motion.
Did they do it?
Here.
Okay. See, and I was guessing that, but I didn't actually know that for sure. I was like, it looks kind of weird. But stop motion's so fucking hard, dude. That's so much work.
It's so hard. It's so cool. Honestly, it was the best way I think to do it in that time. I think it looks so good.
Yeah.
There's so many movies back in the day. Like there's one about giant grasshoppers attacking the world.
It came from the woods.
And then there's one about giant ants attacking the world. And
both came of those, from the anthill.
They use like real footage of the animals, but then just like made them bigger and then like superimposed the footage on top of the other footage.
Green screen thing where you put the giant ant in front of you. You're like, oh no!
Yeah, exactly.
It's trying to eat me. It's
the
eating
wall
me
disappears, and then all of a sudden it's just a screen of the giant face of the animal. And this one is so much more
off screen. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Blood curdling scream. That'd be a great actor in the 50s.
Oh, he's perfect, man. I was taken back. I saw the scenes. Like,
you could, right? Yeah. I'm good at this.
I think during the video of this, I should replace my side of the camera with the giant monster right there, the giant octopus for you.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I do like the stop motion idea. That is a really cool thing. That like you watch those first South Park episodes where they try that and they're like, it's 23 minutes took us 3.5 days of work nonstop.
Yeah, seriously.
Just like
we took 10,000 pictures per fucking 5 minutes.
Well, like you fuck one thing up and it ruins the entire fucking thing. So you have to be perfect too. Like it is insane. Stop motion is hard.
Stop motion is hard. I've actually done a few short stop motion, like 15-second things that were just kind of fun and stupid just to
You're like 15 seconds took me 75 hours.
It took me a while. But I also did a really shitty stop motion, so it was...
Well, it's like the what's the little book thing where you
you like the
pages?
Flip book? Yeah.
So even that, like to draw every single thing that you're about to do probably takes at least an hour. Right,
like the old Animorph books or the Captain Underpants books. I think those had little flip pages things too.
But like that probably took them forever to fucking do. It's just so much fucking work. It's not worth it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. The frame by frame drawing that people have to use to do in the back in the day
for the
animation,
just
insane. Yeah, for
the animation back in like even the 90s. You're like, oh my god, somebody drew this. Holy fuck.
Even in live action stuff. So like, there's old videos of like Charlie Chaplin films, like where he's like roller skating backwards and he almost like falls over a cliff.
Yeah,
and it's in a silent film and everyone's like, oh, and like getting scared, but in reality, he's just in a warehouse, and then they put glass panels in front of the camera that made it look like a cliff, And so he's just backing up and behind a painting, and the painting's looking through, and it's like this perspective thing that just blows you away, because you wouldn't think it's like hand drawn. Most of the half of the scene is hand drawn, but it is.
Yeah,
like it's
and then
crazy.
Now you just ask ChatGPT, "Hey, can you make me a porno?" and it'll do it.
Maybe not ChatGPT.
It'll look very realistic.
AI stuff's getting pretty insane.
Honestly, the images are barely recognizable from life anymore, besides the small mistakes AI makes.
I mean, I feel like there's always going to be telltale things, and anything anymore nowadays. Like, I think honestly, AI is probably going to kind of ruin the filters, like big, like trendy thing, because everyone doesn't want to look too good anymore, because too good's AI.
I don't know why anyone wants to look too good anyway. You look like shit.
I don't know either.
Like, if I want to look as bad as I look every day, because you know what? It's fine for me. I know what I look like. I can see a mirror. I cry in it. It's fine.
You see what I look like on screen? This is what I was wearing all day long. This isn't an outfit. This isn't. I didn't do mini makeup. I didn't trim my beard right before.
You guys are gonna be impressed. I took a shower for this, and you probably can't tell.
Oh shit. I wouldn't have been able to. Also, the lighting in there's a little yellow, so you can't really tell sometimes.
Yeah, I guess I do look like I have a little bit of jaundice, don't I? I actually do, but it's fine. So the end of this movie, it takes a really, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I kind of like it when there's either no ending, like the ending is kind of hidden, or when it's a bad ending for creature, because Steven called this a creature feature, which yes it is, but I feel like it needs to have like either a horror ending or no ending at all, where you're like, you don't know what happened, where it's like a dark screen and someone screams or something, and that's the ending of the fucking movie.
I mean, most creature features, even most world destruction movies, end with a happy ending. Like, there's not many that have bad endings.
I hate it.
I know.
I want a bad ending. I want someone to get killed from that. I want to see like someone in the octopus's tentacle.
Unfortunately, a lot of times the first people who get to test screen a movie usually ruin that. So many movies are written with bad endings, and then test screen audiences don't like it, and they really rewrite the endings.
He should get the girl.
Exactly. No, it happens all the fucking time. Like, the amount of times, like, the more and more I'm getting into movies and the more movies I'm watching, like, I'm probably on pace to watch 800 movies this fucking year. Or, like, last year, I think I watched over 700 movies. And it's fucking ridiculous how much, like, you'll go watch director's cuts, because I've been watching all these director's cuts of movies recently too.
You're like, this is how the director wanted it.
Oh shit! Like, this is how it should have been. This is what they wanted to do at the beginning.
Better.
And sometimes it's because a lot of times I feel like old director's cuts were like, we're going to add 5 minutes that were cut that weren't important at all, and it's not going to change anything to the movie, and it didn't even really add anything. And you're like, why did I pay for this director's cuts? And now director's cuts are like, this movie is 45 minutes longer. It cut all of the porn, and then it actually did what the... Oh, yeah, that was
if we would have kept all of this, it would have been an NC-17 rating. This easy, okay? Here you go.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I think rating systems also kind of fuck movies over, because they
rating
don't
systems
want
do, especially PG-13 to R.
Is that the worst
NC-17. Yeah,
okay, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
People don't want that rating, because then nobody wants to watch it, because they think it's too fucking
Dude,
hardcore.
There's some nowadays fucking wild NC-17 movies out there.
Yeah. But like nowadays it's probably better, but back in the day, like, even remember what's the South Park movie? The one about dolls.
Better Uncut?
Sorry, created by the South Park guys.
Oh, Orgasmo?
No. The dolls. Team America?
Oh, Team America, yeah.
Okay, Team America. So in Team America, they originally got an NC-17 rating because the dolls were having sex and people didn't like that the dolls were having sex. And you're like, these are children's toys. Like, literally, we're just pushing against each other. There's nothing happening. But some mom in the group was like, because the rating system is not an official system. It's like, it's a bunch of volunteers who do it.
Yeah.
And they stay on the board forever.
Fair. I feel like a lot of the rating system is getting better, especially today. Like, there's a lot more things that are changing. Like, male nudity used to be never be a thing, and now it's a thing in
like
almost every rated R movie. Yeah,
you take your shirt off, and that's all you get to see of the dude. But you get to see all the guy's parts.
butt. Yeah, you'll see a guy's butt full frontal on a female in all the old movies, but nowadays it's like you'll see a pair of boobs and then 3 dicks.
Yeah, I'm okay, and we're saying this in the most like best way we can. That is perfectly okay, because if we're gonna show fucking one, show fucking both.
Exactly. I can't say I want to see some boobs and not see a girl out there be like, I want to see his dick. Like, I can't be offended by that.
That's perfectly fair. If someone wants to see a dick, they should be able to see a dick.
And you know what?
Free
it
the
hasn't
dicks.
bothered me. Like, it's a dick. Like, and some dicks you gotta look at and be like, damn. That's a fucking nice dick. Don't dick, homie.
You're 65. God damn it, your dick's so much nicer than mine. How are you so old?
I hope my dick looks that good at that age.
Right.
Running weird. All right.
You're just like, I hope it's not the kind that just goes in and never comes out again.
Oh God, that reminded me of the new movie I just watched.
Oh God, don't tell me about it.
No, it's a good movie. It's a great movie.
It doesn't sound like a good movie.
No, it's Dave Franco and Alison Brie's new movie they made together.
Oh, okay, then I'd watch it. I'd watch his dick being innie.
It's not that he's a dick as an innie. He puts his dick inside her and they can't get it out.
Oh. Is that
because they're
movie?
bonding. They're becoming one. They're joining together. The movie's called Together, and there's this like weird ritual thing that happens, and they end up
I don't know if I like this
being magnetized towards each other, and they have to. It's a weird body horror movie. It's fucked up. It's crazy.
All right, we've been off of this. Sorry, this movie. Let's get back to the movie.
Yes, let's get back. Sorry.
Were there any specific parts you wanted to mention? That was pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The rapey scenes were really what drew me in. So.
Dude, I want to talk a little bit about the military response and the scientists behind it, because I did actually really like a lot of the science behind it and the way they explain certain things, especially to the military leaders.
Fake news.
Like there's one scene in particular where the military is like, we'll just shoot it with a torpedo and it'll kill it. And it's like, what if you miss? It's like, well, then we'll shoot again. It's like, that's not going to happen. Cephalopods, they're basically like jet propulsion, because they can inflate and deflate their body at ridiculous speeds and launch themselves.
What would you do?
And so they're like, oh, so we do need just to get it in one hit. But the way they showed that to the military leaders was actually really fun, too. He blows up a balloon.
Oh, yeah.
And then he just lets go of the balloon. And they're like, see how fucking fast that was and how you couldn't predict the pattern? That's a fucking octopus in the ocean. Don't fucking do it. And he's like, okay, we need something better.
Would the octopus know? Well, I guess as soon as the torpedo blows up, it would know it's in danger, right? That's the point that they're making. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
as soon as it notices it's being attacked.
From like having it surrounded by submarines and just like, was there only one sub in San Francisco? I have to assume there's more than one nearby.
Well, I mean, they even pulled that sub away from Hawaii to San Francisco. And I mean, the subs, a lot of times, especially down back then, this was after the war. I mean, they're probably still like doing routes and stuff, just making sure.
Wow, you can't say after the war and then not know which war you're talking about. I think this is
it's Cold War. Yeah, this is a Cold War after Cold War stuff, wasn't it?
No, this is because World War II.
Well, that's what like all the things I've seen about the movie they talk about is because of Cold War fear. Yeah, it's like
it's going on, but this is right after the Korean War, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is or during.
My bad. I am not a history buff. That is all Scott. Like
I think
every time I go to trivia, I miss Scott being there because I don't know history and he does.
He's like, yeah, Abe Lincoln was the coolest guy who ever rode a skateboard. It's fine.
Sure. I also really did love the scene with the I love Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies actually. It's such a good movie. Anyway, continue.
But I also really do love the scene of the octopus attacking the Bay Area, especially attacking the bridge.
It knows to stand Fran.
Yeah. It actually attacks the Golden Gate Bridge and actually climbs up it and rips a chunk of it off. This scene is so cool. I really love the stop motion here. I was going to say,
this is all stop motion right here. So.
It's so cool.
So that means they had to build an entire replica of San Francisco from scratch and then tear it down. God, that would be heartbreaking.
And the use of miniatures in all these old films is some of my favorite things ever. And I think I just get giddy every time I see it, honestly. Like when we were watching Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, there's a scene at the end where like a bunch of explosions are happening and it's like literally like miniature cars in in a miniature like city, and I'm like, I just love it because you can obviously tell it when it's just real to miniatures.
Back in the day, you could tell, but today, holy shit!
Oh,
if you did
today
that,
you can't
you
at
would
all.
not be able to. Miniatures look so fucking realistic.
Oh yeah, like if you've seen the miniature for like Inceptions and shit like that, you're like, oh, that's how they did the city bending and shit like that. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
How the hell did they build that? I'm more amazed that you built the miniature.
Yeah, no. Lord of the Rings used miniatures a lot too. It was crazy.
They? For what?
For some of the camera shots.
Oh, okay.
And pans and stuff like that.
I barely watched Lord of the Rings, to be honest. It's not my favorite.
I've watched that way too many times. But yeah, I just I think some of those scenes are just like only the real reasons to watch this is to see the octopus attack. Yeah. Which I mean, you totally could just skip ahead and watch the last octopus attack. It's cheesy fun. I just enjoy it.
To be fair, I'll back him up. It was a cool thing. Like, we were talking about this before. They had a stupid scene where the octopus pulls the ship down underneath the ocean.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, instigates them to cancel a trip to Cairo and really focus in on killing this octopus.
Yeah. Because one story and just a little piece of an octopus wasn't enough for the Navy to get involved. But once more ships started getting attacked, they're like, all right, we need to look into this fucking thing.
Yeah. So... Oh, and this part's weird too, but we'll talk about that in a second. When they pull it down, you can tell it doesn't look very good. Like it looks really fake, but the ocean around it looks fucking amazing. It's like they got this really clear picture of the ocean, and then just on top of that, you see like a toy ship coming up.
Yeah. I mean, there are some times where it's like super cheesy, but also I think that's some of the charm of it, especially today. And especially for back then, like. Imagine watching that in 55 and never seeing anything like that before. Like that's
for sure.
It's like going back and watching some of the movies from the 90s, like even rewatching Jurassic Park for the first time. Like you're just like, "Oh my god, this is the height of cinema." And then you watch Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar nowadays, you're like, "Oh my god, this is the height of cinema."
And then you watch Birdemic and you're like, "Oh my god, this is the height of cinema."
Why did we go back? Why did we go back? Why are you making this like you were making the 50s, but worse?
See, and this is another weird, we didn't really talk about this part, but this is a really weird part of the movie. This is probably a part, if I were them, I would cut. In the post-ship scene, they rescue a few crew members and they bring them in for like an interview, and they start acting like they're crazy.
What do you mean?
So remember, they pull the two guys in. They have one of the doctors in there, like talking to him, trying to get information, and then another doctor, like a psychologist, is like talking to him. It's like, yeah, of course, it totally happened. No, don't worry about it. It's totally real. We're just gonna give you a massive amount of drugs.
I know there's a lot of things. A lot of people hated like mental asylums back in the day because a lot of times, like, and it's even was a thing, and which is why. There's not as much of them and stuff anymore, but and they're way more monitored now. But there's so many cases of hospitals getting paid to have patients there, so they would make people crazy. And there was even a study done where they
for this scene, because I was just so confused why this was even.
The doctors were saying that they weren't going to listen to them. They just automatically sounded like they're like, "Oh, your story's fucking stupid."
Oh,
yeah,
so
the end of the stethoscope attacked your ship.
Yeah, because he uses
really. Yeah, because he said it kind of looks like that because he's
tentacles.
Like the tentacles. Because he didn't say octopus tentacles. Like no one said octopus besides that one guy that ended up talking to the girl.
Recognize an octopus, but again, back then information isn't readily available.
But then also again, if
he works on a boat.
Yeah, but you've seen one at this size. Like when you see an octopus tentacle that big and you've never known that they could get that big, you're like, it must be something different. Like your mind automatically is like, I don't know. Like I don't even fathom what it is. Like
so in this, I guess the point of this scene for me, I thought that he was in a military hospital and they were specifically like,
no, that was just a regular
to try to like make him think that it's all fake so the military could hide it. I guess that's what I thought, but I guess that's not the reality.
No, because the military was there to investigate.
Yeah, they ended up coming
real.
In. Yeah, but I was like, oh yeah, it makes sense. They're in a military hospital.
And then as soon as she gets the guy to actually talk and they overhear the conversation.
It's the Godzilla scene where the guy Godzilla. That's what it is. Only it's way less dramatic. Way less cool.
Yeah.
That is a good fucking scene in Godzilla. Well, one day we'll talk about actual good movies. I'd love to do that one. That one's like a weird
Godzilla. I love Godzilla. Dude.
I do too. It's
and
there's
some B-movie Godzilla movies that are fantastic too.
Yeah, that one inspired an entire cartoon show. So.
Which I gotta say, actually, besides the older ones, the two most recent Godzilla movies, not the legacy fucking Warner Brothers bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm talking Godzilla -1 and Shin Godzilla, two of the best Godzilla movies ever made. Fucking
nice.
Hands down.
I'll have to watch them. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about it with that scene. I was a little confused to the point of it. It just seemed like it was there for
point
no
was
reason.
Just like the hospital was being stupid, and then she coerced them to actually tell the truth. And then once they heard the truth, the military was like, "All right, let's go investigate." Like, because we're
not going to free these guys out of the hospital. Goes fuck them.
Oh, they did.
No, they did not. They
just
left
didn't
them
show
in there. They just left them in there to rot and die. They're still in there today, some say.
Sure.
Anything else you got?
Nah, I think that's pretty much it. What do you want to do for rating?
This one's weird because, I didn't hate it. It's not like I spent the entire movie going, oh my God, am I still fucking watching this? Like, which is usually a 1 for me, right? That's an easy, lanky bitch. I'd say this is perfectly in the middle. Like, I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was fun to watch. It's like the stop motion scenes are really cool. There's some really cool, like, what you'd call them effects, but you're like, it's not really an effect. But yeah, sure, we'll call it an effect. Effect scenes in there that are okay, and the science is cool. You're right, the science is actually kind of fun, and everything they're doing is kind of fun, and it feels really okay. So I think a perfectly middle ground 3. What do we call a 3? Basic bitch.
3 is a basic bitch. Yeah,
basic bitch. So I'm gonna go with the perfect 3 on this one. Basic bitch. Okay, I'm basic.
I'm gonna go a little bit higher. I love
6.5.
I'm not going that high. I love the cheesiness. I love the 50s style, the 50s era kind of conversations. I do find this movie charming. I really love the monster design and the way they did the miniatures and stuff. The stop motion is fantastic. I have to go, and I hate to say it in the sentence, but I have to give It Came From Beneath the Sea a cornholed bitch.
A cornholed bitch. A blind cornholed. Should a blind cornhole bitch be a 4.5?
Sure. You add the blind, it's a 4.5. But that's our only half rating we get is 4.5.
That's the only one, because you can turn cornhole bitch in with or without the blind.
God damn it. I hate it and love it at the same time. This is so bad, but also it's so funny. And
God, Toxic Avenger will always be my. I've never cornholed a blonde bitch before.
It's gonna be. I put that down for best line or most ridiculous line.
Fuck yes, best line. All right, guys. Well, yeah, that's and that's about middle ground, I would say, with this movie. It was okay. I'm open next week's movie. I heard there was nudity in it, so it's probably gonna be a little better.
There's a tiny bit of nudity. There's one quick scene. But this is about metal music, and it's fantastic.
Ooh.
It's about a metal band that summons the devil with their music.
Okay, I'm down. Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. It's called Deathgasm if you want to watch along with us.
Deathgasm.
Yes, I'm excited to have you watch it. I'm really hoping you enjoy it.
Okay, well, we'll catch you guys on the next week's episode, Deathgasm. The aptly named.
Bye.
Bye.
It's actually getting